Welcome back to Bet It, Bank It, Blow It. I am Jamie G. Esquire the fifth, and officially uncertified law guy. I'm back with Magnum to help you get week 5 of the NFL season started off on the right foot. We need it this week. We're going to do that by handing out some picks for Thursday night foosball, baby. Mills, they're sticking with the division rivals this week, but we're taking I-95 all the way down from Jersey to Hot Atlanta.
Man, there are probably literally a million things I would rather do than drive on 995. It is literally the worst, but at least they do have a plethora of Waffle Houses in the area. So all around 95, you can't really just, throw a rock without hitting a Waffle House. So that does help. And Waffle Houses make things somewhat tolerable. And I don't mind being called somewhat tolerable. In fact, I would put it right at the top of my Tinder profile, but hopefully we can be just a little bit better than that here on Bet It, Bank It, Blow It, presented by CZGAP Fantasy Football. Thanks for checking out our show. You can find us wherever you get your pods and on YouTube or on social media at CZGAPFF. Same place on the web, CZGAPFF.com. Very easy to remember, just like the flaps. FLAPS. Follow, like, and please subscribe. If you had fun, please give us a thumb.
Well, before we go any further, it's transparency time, T squared. How are we doing this season with our Thursday night football picks overall? Give us the Sams on the hams here. What's been going on?
All right, on the season, Jamie G, if you take our favorite wagers, props, lottery tickets, TD wagers, our bankroll battle wagers, and our tripods, at the end of the day, we are up a total of 1,717.71 coins. So that is very good. I am in the lead. I am up about 1,851 coins. Our collaborative wagers are up 679 coins. And Jamie G, you are actually trailing here. You are down 812 coins overall, mostly being brought down by those lottery tickets. You have yet to cash in one while I'm doing quite well on those. Sometimes they'll come around. You don't hit them all the time, so you haven't hit one early, but we're still doing good as a show. On Thursday night football, again, we are pretty profitable overall on our wagers, props, lottery tickets, and tripods here. We are up about 1,094 coins on the season. Again, I'm in the lead here with about 772 coins of profit. We're 450 coins up on our collaborative wagers. You are down about 129 coins overall here, but that's because you're down 400 coins on your lottery ticket. So you're really just waiting to hit one of those. But overall, we got a lot of green here. When the main problem you're having is you're not winning the lottery, you're doing okay.
Yeah, I'll take that. That things could be worse, right? And just a heads up, guys, all information is accurate as of Wednesday, October 2nd, 10-2 day. Remember, you always should shop around and get the best numbers possible for your wagers. Check all books that are available legally in your state. But we're using odds from the DraftKings Sportsbook for the sake of simplicity. Remember, the official currency of Bet It, Bank It, Blow It is cricket coins. All right. So, Mills, kick us off with the tail of the tape.
This is a week 5 of the 2024 NFL season. We're talking about Thursday night football. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are traveling to Atlanta to face their division rival, the Falcons. This is Thursday, October 3rd, 2024. Kickoff is 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Watch it on Prime Video. On the season, Tampa Bay is 3-1, while the Falcons are 2-2. Currently, Vegas has the Bucs as a 1.5-point road dog, and they're plus 105 on the money line, while the Falcons are a 1.5-point home favorite, minus 125 on the money line. The game total is 44, and that has crept up slightly over the past couple days. We have no weather concerns because we are in the dome in Atlanta, so nothing to worry about here. Pristine conditions. Moving on to the injury report, the Bucs still have a few players listed as questionable, but I would expect them to play. However, they do have a few players they have declared as out on Thursday, including Luke Goedeke, offensive tackle, Antoine Winfield Jr., the safety, Kalijah Kancey, defensive tackle, Trey Palmer, wide receiver, and Jalen McMillan, wide receiver. So they're down their third and fourth wide receivers. On the Falcon side of the ball, they have 4 players listed as questionable, but I think they're all probably going to play. First, you have Bijan Robinson, the running back, who says he is ready to go, but listed as questionable. Wide receiver Ray McLeod III, great name. Offensive tackle Caleb McGarry, and linebacker Troy Anderson. Jamie G, Ray McLeod III. That's the Highlander, right? That's like the name of the Highlander. That's what I think of when that name maybe.
Love the name. And I will say, Mills, little trivia for you guys out there. He was a draft pick of the Buffalo Bills many years ago. I think they picked him up in the sixth or seventh round. Played there for a year or two. Didn't latch on, but I'm happy to see the dude doing the thing. And great football name. I don't know if he's up there with Storm Duck, but he's got a great name. Before we get to the picks, let's just take a minute, go over our overall thoughts on the matchup. Mills, knowing this is a divisional matchup and a Thursday night game, you always kind of say, oh, let me pause. But Atlanta has been pretty average to bad on defense through 4 games. I mean, they're ranking 19th overall in defense, 13th in pass defense, 25th in rush defense. Tampa Bay hasn't been much better. They're 22nd in rush defense, 16th in pass defense, 18th overall. You mentioned Antoine Winfield Sr. is one of the best defensive backs in the league. Not going to play in this one again. That's a big time hole to fill. Despite the Thursday night football in the division game, I'm leaning towards the over, and I'm leaning towards some of the offensive stars on both teams. I think both quarterbacks could have decent days here, and you could see some of the player props on some of the stars on offense on both sides of the team hit. Pretty excited about it for a Thursday night divisional matchup.
I think the fact that the Saints have proven to be halfway decent is throwing a little bit of a wrench into the idea here that these are definitely the two teams, who will decide the NFC South crown. They do play each other now and then again in 4 weeks, so this will go kind of a long way towards determining that. I really don't know that the Saints are going to keep this up all year, so I think this is a really important game for these two teams when it comes to their playoff chances. And both teams have had some success, but almost backed into it a little bit. The Bucs have kind of won a couple of easy games, other than the game in Detroit, which was legitimately pretty good. The Falcons have kind of had to scrap out their wins. Basically, every game they played in has been a one possession game. And I think you're right. I do kind of like the over here. Both defenses have talent, but have been inconsistent, especially with the pass rush. Both teams are a little banged up on the offensive line. So you think maybe that could get exploited. Yeah, and I don't think either of these quarterbacks are going to turn it over a bunch of times, but it would shock me to see them both throw a pick or something like that. Definitely not. Could be a game that turns on a punt return, a kick return, an interception return, something like that. I am curious to see how the running back situations work out. These were two teams that you thought were going to be fairly settled situations going into the season, and they're becoming just more and more muddled by the week with Bucky Irving and Tyler Algier stealing work from Rashad White and Bijan Robinson. So curious to see how that goes out. Curious to see, who you want to go with between kind of Evans and Godwin over there, who have both played very well. And I'm looking to see who can step up in Atlanta in the passing game outside of Drake London. Kyle Pitts has seen his role shrink week to week. I'm not a fan of that. Mooney's occasionally splashed, McLeod's occasionally splashed, but really looking for that consistent second option behind Drake London. So I'm curious if we can find one that steps up this week, maybe make a couple bucks on it.
Let's kick off the action here with our favorite wagers. These are our favorite non-prop wagers for the games. Don't you worry, we'll get to the props next. Mills, I'll jump first here, man. I'm talking about the over here. I'm going to go with a little bit of an alternative spread here. I like the over 40 and a half total points. I think this hits no problem. I like the straight up over. I think as of today, the book's at like 43 and a half. I really like that, given that it's a division game and given that it's 30, a division game and a Thursday night football. I'm going to buy 3 points here and just go with over 40 and a half. Still minus 156, not bad. Really like that 100 cricket coins. I'll bring home 164 cricket coins and a little bit of pocket change. And then I like the first half Tampa Bay money line plus odds here, plus 102. I think that they could get off to a decent start here. Get up on them at halftime, and then have Atlanta do one of those patented last drive, need to score to win type thing, and maybe they come out and win it at the end. But I do like Tampa Bay first half money line plus 102. I'm going to put 100 cricket coins on that. Bring back 202. Shout out to the 202.
All right, all right. I like that. I'm going to kind of flip it around a little bit. I'm going to show a little bit more faith in the Bucs than you. I think they can pull it down for the whole game, hold the whole enchilada. I have Tampa Bay minus 1.5 to win the ball game. That's an alternative spread. Plus 113, turning it around right there on the regular line. They are plus 1.5. I'm saying no, I'm going to lay the 1.5. I think it's happening. They're going to win. Call it by at least a field goal, but I'm playing a little bit safe with the 1.5 there, plus 113. So 100 points to bring home 213 118 cricket coins. And I like you, I like the over here. It has been on the rise. I bought it to 41.5 at minus 139 when we did these. So I like it. It's definitely on the rise. So I think if you are on the over in this case, you're going to want to get those wagers in earlier than later because I think that number is going to go up. So 100 coins at minus 139, bringing home about 172 if it's over 41.5 points. Go 42.
Love it, man. Let's get ready because we're taking the elevator all the way up to the top of the props. We've each got a couple of our favorite prop bets to kick your weekend off the right way. Mills, get us started on our way to the top.
All the way to the tippy top. Jamie G, I'm sticking with it. Called it last week. He did it to my Eagles. I think he's doing it again on Thursday Night Football. Give me Baker Mayfield, 250 plus passing yards, plus 125. So 100 coins to bring home 225. And on the other side of the ball, I think they're going to have to keep up. I think Kirk's going to have a better day than he's had. So give me Kirk Cousins, 225 plus passing yards, minus 120. Not as aggressive there. I do think they're going to try to run the ball. Perhaps Tyler Algier helps them do that a little bit more efficiently than Bijan has been. So not quite going to get there on the 250. Sticking with Kirk Cousins, 225 plus passing yards, minus 120. So 100 coins to bring home about 183 cricket coins. He's got to throw it to somebody. So give me Drake London, 70 plus receiving yards, plus 125, 100 coins to bring him 225. He's been the clear alpha in the passing game there. I expect that to continue on Thursday night against the Bucs. And then finally, I'm not going to quite bury him yet, Jamie G. Give me Rachaad White, 25 plus receiving yards, plus 110. Yes, he is a very inefficient runner, but he has been above average, at least in terms of fantasy points over expectation when targeted as a receiver. He's not bad in that facet of the game. The Bucs are down their third and fourth wide receivers. I think maybe that earns him a few extra snaps playing out wide or in the slot. So I can easily see Rachaad White picking up 25 receiving yards. Love that one, 110. So 100 coins to bring home 210. Jamie G, press the button. We're going past the penthouse, baby, all the way to that deluxe apartment in the sky with the top of the props. What you got?
Rooftop, baby. I love it. Mills, I got a couple here for that ass. I really like Bucky Irvin, 50 plus rushing yards. I think he gets the hot hand here. We mentioned both these teams' rushing defenses are not great. I think it can get exploited a little bit, particularly early on in the game before we start getting, big leads or anything like that. 50 plus rushing yards. It's plus 125, 100 cricket coins to take home 225. Mills, do you feel the heat? Because it's getting hot in here. Give me Cade Otton over 3.5 receptions. He's been featured quite a bit. I think Baker Mayfield, when he gets in trouble and he's looking for a safety valve, it is Cade Otton over 3.5 receptions. It's plus odds, plus 105. 100 cricket coins to take home 205. I also am on the Algier hype train. Give me Tyler Algier over 35.5 rushing yards. It's minus 110. I think he gets it, man. 100 cricket coins to win 190.91. Bijan Robinson's a little banged up. I think he plays, but I think they're trying to be careful with him. And they got a bona fide back in Tyler Algier they can ride. Again, weak rush defense on both these squads. They're going to exploit it somehow, particularly early in the game, I think, or if there's a big lead and they start to just bang out, kill clock type stuff. So I like that play a lot. I got a defensive prop for you, man. Give me Vita Vea over a quarter sack here. All he's got to do is participate. Just get a hand on the thing and we cash, baby. It's plus 240 odds. Look, Kirk Cousins is not super mobile. I understand he's moving a little bit each and every week. I could see Vita Vea taking advantage of a banged up offensive line that hasn't been great to start, getting in there and contributing in part of a sack. You just got to get a quarter of a sack. Not the full sack, not even the half sack, baby. Just the quarter, plus 240. 100 cricket coins on that to take home 340. And then I got a special teamer here. I got a kicker. Both teams to have made field goals of 33 plus yards. Yes, they will. Give me that. Minus 110 odds. 100 cricket coins take home 190.91. Mills, 0.91 cricket coins. Basically 191 bucks there. I like it.
This man loves his kickers. He just wants to find a way to get on the kicker trade. And I think you were probably being overly generous when you said that Kirk Cousins isn't super mobile. Kirk Cousins isn't mobile. At this point, he appears to barely be ambulatory.
Yeah, I was probably being a tad bit generous there for
That's nice, though. I mean, maybe he's wearing all those chains under his uniform, and that's what's weighting him down. He's got all that bling.
Kirko chains, dude. Not Everybody has a ton of cash on hand to wager. And yeah, I know I'm one of the, I may be talking about me. That may be me. But I'll bet you that you can find $1. Am I right? I gotta be right here. That's all you need for our lottery ticket long shots. We've got $1 and we're dreaming of something bigger. How big? Let me show you right here, Mills. This is going to be the week that it's going to happen for me. I'm going to cash this lottery ticket finally. Give me Mike Evans, 2+ anytime touchdown scorer. He gets in the end zone twice on Thursday Night Football in the division rivalry. He's had success against Atlanta. I really like this. Plus 900 odds. Doesn't matter when he does it. He's just got to do it twice. 100 cricket coins to take home 1,000 cricket coins. This will put me back in the green, baby. Let's get it.
All right, all right. I like what you're doing there. I think you have a little bit of the jealousy because I hit one of those 2+ touchdown scorers with James Cook earlier in the season, and I think he even got three. I'm surprised you didn't go big baller Mike Evans for the triplicate patch, but we will take two. And in fact, I like the two so much. Give me a little two-leg single game parlay here. I'm putting it all on Drake London, London Bridge. This baby pays out plus 525. I've got Drake London as an anytime touchdown scorer, plus 155 on its own, and Drake London 90 plus receiving yards, plus 285 on its own. You put them together, plus 525, 100 coins to bring home 625. And Jamie G is reaching a little bit harder than I am this week, but we're both putting it on one player. So it's a race of the wide receivers. Let's see who wins.
Well, last but never least, it's tripod time. We've got a three-leg single game parlay to help you have some real fun this weekend. None of that fake, economically sensible type fun. I'm talking about real, honest to God, FUN fun. Mills, I've set the bar pretty high here. How are we going to clear it?
I think you clear that by going back to the well. We've seen it work pretty well so far this season a few times. Let's go there again with a little three-leg single game parlay based around the Tampa Bay Buccaneers passing game. We've got Baker Mayfield, 250 plus passing yards. That's our first leg, plus 125 on its own. Next, we got your guy, Mike Evans. He doesn't need two, just needs one here. Mike Evans, anytime touchdown scorer, plus 115. And he's got to get the yards somewhere, not just the touchdown. So we're going to go with Chris Godwin, 70 plus receiving yards. That's plus 100 on its own. You know, you're probably not building a money bin with this one, but plus 575, not too shabby. You put $100 on that one, you turned it into $675, and you're on your way to something. You got to start somewhere. This is very nice. You can even buy a nice three-legged stool to put your legs up on while you make more winning tripods throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, and you can buy some lotion to for your hands because you're going to be busy counting all that cash, baby. I think that about does it. Mills, anything else before we get out of here for Thursday Night Football?
Yeah, actually, if you're really going to need to count cash that bad, you get this little like stuff you put on the end of your fingers. That's what you actually want to use. So, I'm not necessarily saying I'm speaking for experience, but I'm not saying I'm not speaking from experience.
Thursday night's a great night for football. Thank you guys for checking us out. We love doing Bet It, Bake It, Blow It. We can't wait to see how you're doing and what you got planned for Thursday night, man. Let us know your bets. Best thing you can do is go ahead and drop the thumb and subscribe so you don't miss a single one of these. We do a bunch of them. You want to be following and trailing these picks all year long so we can make this money together, okay? And then what I would love for you to do is send me your top plays, shoot me those bet slips, wins or losses, or before they start. I don't care. I want to see them in the DMs. Let's blow it up. I'll respond. I'll shoot you mine. Maybe we could trade picks. Just the slip, all right? That's all I'm asking for here. Mills, go ahead and let everybody know where they can find all of our stuff.
It appears that JBG's secret kink is lost porn here. He's asking you just go ahead and send me that red. I want to see that. I'm seeing red. Thanks again for checking out Bet It, Bank It, Blow It, presented by Caesar Gap Fantasy Football. Once again, you can find us wherever you get your pods and on YouTube, on social media at Caesar Gap FF, and on the World Wide Web at the same place, CaesarGapFF.com. Thanks for remembering that, and thank you for remembering the flaps as well. Follow, like, and please subscribe if you had fun. Please remember to hit the thumb. I'm Magnum Mills. He's JVG. And remember, we can help you bet it, we can help you bank it, but blowing it is up to you.
And be careful out there. Unlike Las Vegas, what happens at Waffle House most definitely does not stay at Waffle House. But get the smothered and covered.